Professor Tom Brooks in Durham University has form when it comes to criticising the government. He criticised the government 10 years ago for the life in the UK citizenship test. He said it was like a bad pub quiz. It was unfit for purpose. I don't know whether since then he's tried helping people by teaching the nonsense which is in this, but he was quite right, absolutely right. And now he's just published 6 days ago, he published a report about the problem with small boats crossing the channel. And he seems to me to be absolutely right there as well. He points out significantly something that I had sort of forgotten, that until 2018 there were no boats crossing the channel. This wasn't a problem. And remember, we took the referendum decision in 2016. So it's 2 years after the referendum decision was taken, while Mrs. May was messing around in Parliament, the small boat started. And the rhetoric in Parliament was about taking back control, and it has demonstrably failed. Suella Braverman, of course, talks about stopping the boats, breaking the business model. She brands the boats an Albanian invasion. But the real problem is that nobody in the present government bothered to negotiate a replacement for the Dublin Protocol, the Dublin III regulation, the agreement which says that anybody coming to a country to seek asylum should only seek it in the first country that they enter. So they can then be returned to a free country within Europe through which they have passed. So if somebody comes to Europe seeking asylum and arrives in Greece, they can be returned effectively to Greece. It's not very fair on Greece, but that is the Dublin III regulation. Now, without bothering to set up an agreement that replicates that or produces an alternative, we are left with the small boats problem and people who are arriving on our shores who cannot go anywhere else. Under the 1951 Refugee Convention, when somebody claims refuge in our country, we have to consider that. It doesn't matter. And specifically, this is a point in that international regulation, it doesn't matter whether they have come by an illegal or legal route. Matters not one bit. Now, no government since the referendum has drafted a paper to model the likely impact of small boats. None. And a recent government report, this one, has said that, it's not a government report actually, a recent report, this one has said that the government has failed to prepare and it is neither competent nor compassionate. It fails on every level. And it tries to pass the blame, and it tries, Suella Braverman thinks that the solution is to stir up xenophobic resentment. And she's probably right. She's probably right. She can probably get through to the end of this parliament by stirring up a racist hot pot. She might as well have joined UKIP.